Well, I don't know when it actually starts, but we'll assume it's starting. Welcome, everyone, to what is now going to be known as Misfit Family. I'm Nikki P, here as always with my lovely wife and co-host, Lizzie. How are we doing today,
Hello.
Lizzie?
Doing all right.
Are we really doing all right, or are you just decompressing from all of the rage that has been trying to
I
make
mean,
this work?
there's a little hiccup that happens when you're setting up something new. It's fine. We'll get the hang of it.
I mean, we got it at the new house, and it's, I guess, working for the time being, so that's a start.
Yep.
Not the way we intended it to work, frankly.
But we're gonna roll with it.
For today, at least. Hopefully, by the next time we get a chance, we'll actually have it working appropriately.
Yep.
Apparently, I'm just too loud to ever be in the room with another microphone. That seems to be the big kick.
I mean, you own all the mics. That's how it works. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, the problem is that like I can't be in a room without the microphone picking me up on every microphone in the room.
You're too powerful.
It is. It's like a Jack Black and Tenacious D, the Pick of Destiny,
Yep.
because my voice is effing powerful.
Exactly.
So, did you hear what I did there?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
I censored myself of the cursing.
That's right, because this is a family show now.
It was always a family show when it was a different show, but now I feel like maybe people will be able to listen to in their cars or something. They won't have to hide under the bushels and stuff, right?
Sure.
Or under the husband's bushels. Isn't that what the joke is?
I have no idea. You lost me.
So, anyways, for those who are new, just discovering us, we are we're going to be changing things up from what we used to do with Peace Freaks, and we're going to be focusing a lot more on the literature that a lot of people read when it comes to family and relationships. We may we may be doing some roasting. We may be doing some apologetics. We don't know yet. We have a couple books that we're going to be looking at throughout this first season. We're
Yep.
gonna also be nerdy and have a couple episodes where we're just going to talk about what we've been reading fiction wise.
Yes, and I'm very excited about all of this.
I'm pretty excited about it. I'm looking to talk about whatever weird serial killer stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's usually the way that goes.
Lots of magic and dragons and corpses.
Yep, all in combination. And see, my tastes include the magic and the dragons, but less of the corpses generally.
And usually
So,
more of the church.
yeah, actually.
More of the church. So it's going to be slightly different in that regard. But one of the reasons I wanted to actually make sure we got up and did a stream, which by the way, streaming, that's going to be new for us because we've never done that because it requires too much waiting on my part to make Liz like she cares too much about her appearance, so she has to go and look pretty and stuff on the camera.
Yeah, and I've gotten over it a bit.
And I clearly don't give rats butt what I look like.
Right.
Because if I do many different things in my life differently. But so I finally managed to convince her, look, honey, we got to do this. We got to be where people can see us, and this is how people can see us.
Right. So we're rolling with it.
We are rolling with it. So the reason we chose today to kind of come out of our podcast slumber, how long has it been?
Too long. I
It's been
honestly have no idea exactly how long it's been.
it's been months for sure. I
It
want to
has
say
been
almost
months.
probably like April.
Perhaps.
We're coming up on August right now.
Yep.
Staring August right down. But we're not quite into August. We are actually still in July, and a particular day in July. What day in July are we?
This is July 25th, which is essentially the Christmas in July, the 6 months till Christmas point.
It is the Christmas in July episode because it is our second favorite holiday. And why is it our second favorite holiday?
Because Christmas is our first favorite holiday?
Yeah, because it's an homage to our first favorite holiday.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, why wouldn't it be our
Like,
second favorite
is there
holiday?
going to be a test? Am I?
It's like literally just an excuse to, you know, celebrate our first favorite holiday twice a year.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I put red and green sprinkles in pancakes this morning. People like I am that person.
It was pretty dope. Not gonna lie. I enjoy any morning that starts off with pancakes though, so
Right on.
it's hard to argue with that. So what are you looking forward to in this new iteration of things?
I'm excited about connecting with other Misfit families. It's really getting to see what other people are out there and them kind of getting to see what we do.
I see. Like
Hmm.
what are you using to define as a misfit family?
Well, I think the Misfit idea has to do with what is sort of put out as normal. And basically, if you aren't in any of those categories, that you see yourself on a mainstream sitcom or an ad for like Bed Bath and Beyond, and oh yeah, that looks like my family. Well, then you might be a misfit.
Yeah, pretty much. Uh, I always think about misfit because like I don't know, I've just never quite been the norm in anything I've ever been in. Uh, I found different subgroups to kind of link myself to over the years, but even within those subgroups, I've always kind of been the odd man out for some reason or another. It's like you find yourself in a group full of people, the lone atheist amongst a group of Catholics, and you're just like, what?
Right.
Or even when it's with you, I have like the church background. I was brought up within a church, but we don't necessarily share that. Well, all we do
No.
share an interest in discussing it.
Right. And I mean, I think that makes our family a little bit unique in that we have, multiple points of view from a lot of different standpoints. So,
And I think that's there's a strength in that.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Um, it's never been made more clear more than over the past year that there's a lot of force to make people buy in to certain ideas coming from every direction. And the bottom
Yeah.
line is, I don't care what direction anyone's coming from. No one should be forcing you to buy in to their ideas. You need to think for yourself, most importantly, and find the people that have truth that makes sense to you.
And I think also being able to relate to people who have different viewpoints without having to make them conform to wherever you're coming from is huge.
Okay. So what are some changes you'd like to see in the show yourself? I guess maybe should we do like an actual introduction of who we are,
Sure,
since
let's
this
do
is
that.
technically a new beginning.
Yeah, why not?
Doesn't everyone just love new beginnings?
I sure do. All right, so do you want to start or shall I?
You can start.
Okay, well, I'm Lizzie. I'm a mom, and I was homeschooled growing up, and I'm homeschooling our daughter. And I definitely like fantasy and Tolkien and history and Jesus and all of that sort of stuff.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus.
And yet somehow, life brought me to a place where I'm with the fabulous Nikki P, who's very, very different from me. But I'm a lifelong learner, so I've learned a lot from him.
I think that if there's nothing else, that's the one thing that we definitely both share is the desire to continue learning.
Sure.
I think that's probably the most important thing that we have going for us. Um, I, am a huge horror and sci-fi fan. Tend to be the more gore and weird it is, the better it is for me.
Pretty much.
So we don't watch a lot of movies together. We'll just put it that way.
Certainly not that genre now.
And I'm your standard workaday dad, and we're just trying to make our little oddball life work for us. Try and make it as conducive to success as possible. And I think that the word success has a lot of connotations to it. And I one of the things I'd like to do is kind of smash not what success means, but who success is for within the
Hmm.
course of the show.
Okay.
Um, because I know over the past say 8 years, my perspective on what is My perspective on what a successful person in has definitely changed.
Ah, do tell. How so?
Well, I always imagine that there's this type A go-getter personality that, you're either born that way or you're not born that way, and you'll go and get what you can get and damn everyone else. And the thing that I've come to is I don't think that that's true at all. I think sometimes those people can make happen what they need to make happen, but largely it's not necessary.
Hmm.
I think being true to yourself and utilizing the skills and talents that we have as people to leverage them to our benefit is really what's important.
Okay. Well, I
So,
think that's part of why we're doing this show, because I feel like a lot of misfits don't feel like they'd fall into that type A sort of box. So if everybody who's successful has got to be that kind of person, then it might leave some of those people out.
well, and the other thing is, I think a lot of people, there's a lot of pressure as adults to kind of give up on who you are when you become a parent,
Sure.
and everything becomes, oh, you live for the child. And while I do think I, in some respects, live for my child, I don't think I need to give up who I am as a person to make that be the case.
It doesn't sound particularly healthy.
It does not sound healthy to me. So, um, I don't know how long we want to belabor this particular episode because it was more of a let's knock the cobwebs off and just make this happen kind of
Right.
situation. But hopefully, people will stick around and spread the word. The only way this grows is by people spreading the word. The way we can grow the community of all of us freaks, geeks, nerds, and weirdos trying to improve our lives and live the best life we can is to go out there and tell others. Um, we'll probably be like, as far as social media goes, we'll probably focus on our Goodreads, since a lot of what we're going to be doing is talking about books. Our first book we're actually going to be looking at is going to be next episode. It's going to be, what was it called, Liz?
Hunt, gather, parent.
Hunt, Gather, Parent.
Yes.
It took all of about 5 minutes into the audiobook for me to start ripping my hair out.
I mean, it is coming from definitely a different viewpoint, and we'll have lots of things to say about that viewpoint, I guess, and whether or not we agree with it, and how we might approach the issues the author is bringing up.
Is she bringing up some issues?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Her take on the issues at hand are pretty clear. I might even agree with some of her take. Just her solutions, maybe not so much.
I feel like there's a lot of places in life where I can agree with the diagnosis and not so much with the the cure.
Yeah, yeah. So just stay tuned for that. If you get a chance, if you like listening to books or you happen to have read that book, we'd love to hear from you about it. So we can get a little discussion going. We want this to be, a show that's about you guys too. Like, we're not just here to kind of talk to ourselves. So,
It's going to be our own little book club.
yeah. So suggestions, comments, questions, please throw them at us.
Absolutely. So I guess we're going to go continue to celebrate our Christmas and July holiday. Hopefully you got some eggnog or some I don't know, spiced apple cider. Is that a thing that
Whatever
people do?
part of the holiday you enjoy so much that you just want to have an excuse to have more of it. Just make that happen today. Maybe
Okay.
it's chocolate chip cookies or something.
Hmm. Chocolate chip cookies don't sound bad.
Right?
So, all right, folks, we're gonna head on out here next Sunday. Hopefully, we'll be on time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take it easy.
Peace.